Right. So, I'm going to go over the settings first that you need to use for the run. You need photo mode turned on. There's a few tricks we use it for. Game hints and friends stat. I don't know what game hints actually does, but just turn it off, and that as well. Tutorial hints needs to be turned off because you will lose time with that on, because there's a section at the start of chapter 5 where if it's on you slow down and have to press a button before you can carry on playing. So the only way you can turn this off is if you finish the game, so you have to have a completed save file on the console to be able to turn that off. Turn off motion blur because it's just annoying. I prefer to have my sensitivity on the highest, but it doesn't really matter. Also, this is preference, but L1, R1, L2, R2 is going to come into play when I'm just doing some of the glitches. So if you see me using L2 and R2, just use L1, R1. Language doesn't matter as far as we are aware. And I think that's everything. Also, if you're playing the Nathan Drake collection, I would recommend, if you do an Uncharted 2, have it on the latest patch, because there's a glitch that makes it so that the world will unload for no reason and you'll just die. We don't know what causes it, don't know why it happens, but to avoid it, use 1.02, which is the latest. If you've got the separate version of Uncharted 2, like I have here, this one is already on the latest patch from the Nathan Drake collection, so you don't have to worry about patching it. It says 1.0, but it's the latest, so you won't get that bug. So we use the speedrun mode. We don't actually use the timer from the speedrun mode. It's just required for verification, so you have to have it on screen. If you do a run and you don't use the speedrun mode, your run will automatically be invalid. But like I said, we don't use the timer. Explorer mode because it's the easiest. Also, you want to run the game without saving. This is because that there's some checkpoint restarts that we do where if you're using a save file, you have to wait to be able to checkpoint restart because it's still auto saving. Whereas if we don't use the save file, it doesn't have to auto save, so you don't want to use that. You want to progress without saving. Right, the one thing I didn't want to have to do is fucking edit this, but now I'm probably going to have to because I got a phone call. Nice. So, progress without saving. We use the real timer to time the run, not the timer that's on the game. So, the timer starts when you skip this cutscene. So as soon as you press to skip the movie, you want to start the real timer. Like I said, the time that you want to submit the run with is real time, not the time that's in the game itself. You need to use an external timer or just retime the video length from when you skip the cutscene to the end. So as soon as you skip the cutscene, you want to. I kind of want you guys to refer to my controller inputs more than what I'm saying, because there's some things that you have to look at what I'm doing more than me trying to explain it, but I'll do my best to explain what I'm doing at the same time. So as soon as you skip the cutscene, you want to hold left to start shimmying around. Now there's a tricky jump here you can do. So as soon as you climb to the ledge with where the pipe is, you want to hold the sticks, the left stick slightly up left, and mash jump as fast as you can. So right when you jump to this one here, hold it up left, mash as fast as you can, and then hold left and jump again. And then hold it up left some more and jump again, and you should grab the pipe. The pipe jump there is kind of tricky. But it's all about practice. So you want to shimmy left on this pipe once and then jump. That will put you around the other side. It's a little bit faster than shimmying around if you just jump straight away. So hold up left here and jump. You should be fine. Then when you get here, hold right a bit, and that will allow you to climb up straight away. Right here, if you don't see him put his arms up, he won't actually climb, and you'll just jump down. But if you practice it enough, it shouldn't be too hard. So the first actual skip or glitch is coming up. So once you climb up here, you want to roll towards the ladder. Climb up the ladder, and then when you're on the ladder like this, you want to hold right and jump. So you jump over there. You don't want to climb the ladder because it's slow. Then, okay, so here's the first glitch. So you want to get into this corner, roll off, and just hold forward. And if you do it correctly, when you climb up, if you keep holding forward, you should pop up in the air like that. I'll show you again. Keep holding forward, wait a second, then climb up. You don't want to climb up straight away. Sometimes it doesn't work. And you pop up like that. So as soon as you pop up like that, you want to try and climb on top of the train, like that. As soon as you jump, you want to jump as soon as you can. As soon as you jump, hold D-pad up. You go into inspect mode. That seems to make it more consistent, because if you fly straight center down the train, you'll hit the cutscene at the other end, which is not what we want. So this skip obviously skips the cutscene, and it gives us our movement speed, which is faster. So right here, you can use inspect to see where you're going. You want to get here. Now, the only way to get through this is to take cover on that wall. So the way I do it is I walk forward here. So I get under the gap like that. You'll know if you've done it because your camera will kind of go like that. Then you just want to hold left and then press circle, and you'll take cover. Then just keep holding left and then press circle again to go around. Now this part, you got to just get a feel for the area, but you just kind of hold right and then forward to get to this point. Right here, we don't pick up the gun from this spot because it's slow. We can pick it up during this vault animation. So as soon as you vault this, keep mashing triangle, blind fire twice, and then shoot the lock off. There's some sections in the game where blind firing is faster than jumping and vice versa. So here I blind fire. You kind of want to blind fire slowly and then start blind firing fast there to kill him, because sometimes he won't actually die. And you need your gun reloaded here, because if you run out of ammo and try to reload while you're climbing an object, Nate, I'll show you. So if I go to run out of ammo and then climb, he'll stay still. I can't move until he's finished reloading the gun. So you want to make sure it's reloaded. And right here, you want to hold up left and jump. And just blind fire through the train. Also, make sure the gun's reloaded when you get in here as well, because you'll do the same thing with that box when you climb up it, which is obviously slow. So during this cutscene, when it gets near the end, you just want to keep mashing triangle so you can skip the cutscene as soon as it appears. And then as soon as you skip the cutscene, start rotating the left stick. Just start moving the left stick or rotating it, whichever you prefer. Because you need to start moving for Nate to get up, so we just rotate the stick so he gets up straight away. Now, there's two ways you can do this, but I'm going to show the jumping way. So as soon as you get control, you want to jump, and then jump again to grab the pipe. I didn't do it because I stuck. Nice load screen. Not like that either. You can either do this where you walk and then jump like that. Whichever way you prefer to do it, it's up to you. I thought the jumping way was a bit easier because sometimes when you don't do the jump, you apparently sometimes jump too far left or too far right, but whichever way you want to do it. Now we're going to do another little skip to skip this scene of this collapsing. So you want to get to like it's around about there, I think. Most of the spots on this line would work, but right there is where I do it. So when I start jumping from here, I do enough jumps to get me to that spot. 1, 2, 3, 4. As soon as I hit it, I hold backwards and then jump. And if you do it right, you want to be facing forward, and if you do it right, you should climb up like that, and you can climb through the top of the train. Let me see if I can do it again. I have to do this jump again. Nice. What are these jumps? I promise I'm good at this game. That'll do. You get the idea. And you just want to jump here. Just keep mashing circle, because sometimes you'll grab the ledge, sometimes you won't. If you don't grab the ledge, you'll roll and hit the cutscene, then just skip the cutscene. And that was chapter 1. So, chapter 2 has a bunch of tricks we can do. So right there, just wait for Flynn. There's this faster strat you can do here, but it's risky, and I'll probably mention all the faster and harder stuff that I don't do in my route in another video. Make it easier on myself. So you don't want to be too eager there, because if you're too eager, then Flynn will knock you off. So just aim here and mash D-pad up to get the cutscene, or the trigger, and then just wait.
Will take us right into the boiler room, and from there, we're in. Yeah, in like Flynn, right? What?
You can actually knock Flynn forward here, but I don't know what causes it, and sometimes you can knock him out of the way, so I wouldn't do that.
Here it comes. Thanks.
You just want to climb up here, and then after this little scene at the top of the ladder. Also, when you climb the ladder, you just want to mash X and triangle at the same time, so you get the trigger as soon as you get high enough. So there's a checkpoint restart we can do here to move Flynn a little bit closer after this scene. So as soon as you gain control, you want to jump. As soon as the camera starts moving forward like that, then checkpoint restart, and it brings Flynn a little bit closer.
Just reach up there and grab the ladder.
I think it saves about 1 or 2 seconds. So this is mostly just climbing stuff. If you mash jump really fast here, you can climb up before him.
This is the way to the courtyard.
As long as you climb it right. Now coming up is kind of an RNG skip. I don't really know the best way to explain it, but I'm going to tell you how I do it, and you just got to hope it works. So we can skip this next cutscene coming up. As soon as you grab this ledge, restart. So what you want to do is get to the left hand side of this yellow bar. You want to walk forward and then angle the stick right so you can jump to this barrier. Then as soon as you climb up, you want to roll and mash roll as fast as you can to take cover. If you do it correctly, once you get out of cover, as you can see now, I am not being sucked back to the cutscene. And I can't move the camera at the moment, as you can see. So the way you get around that is to just open photo mode and exit it, and now I can move the camera again. So I'll try and do that again faster so I can show you what it looks like. All in one motion. Okay, I didn't get it. So sometimes you won't even take cover and it will just start the cutscene. Like I say, this skip sometimes I don't get either. You just gotta hope that it works. Okay, so I didn't get it there either because it took me back to the cutscene. And I got it again. So, like I said, as soon as you get control and you know you're not getting sucked back to the cutscene, just open photo mode and exit it, and then you can move the camera. So I think it's all just about how fast you mash roll, to be honest. You just got to roll forward and just mash it and hope that it works. So the next skip coming up is called the Flynn door clip. We can use Flynn here to clip through this door by tricking the game into letting us take cover on the other side of it. Really, Flynn? So you want to make sure he doesn't move out the way, and he moved out the way instantly. So now I've got to watch this cutscene again. As soon as this cutscene ends, you want to hold straight backwards so you don't knock him out the way. I don't know why that didn't work then, but apparently it knocked him out the way. Hey, Wildfire. Yes, tutorial PogChamp. It's going to take me a while because I'm shit, but... Right, so just hold backwards so you don't knock him. You want to stand about here on the top of these stairs. Now, I'm going to show you the consistent method for it. There is faster ways you can do it, which have more chance of this twat moving out of the way. But the way that I like to do it is I like to aim straight with the corner of this pillar. So like this angle. And then all you want to do is roll forward at this angle. And then once you're stuck and you can't move, rotate the left stick upright and keep mashing circle to roll. And if you do it correctly, you should clip through the door like that. So I can try and do that one more time. Thanks for the host, Rob.
It's locked. Good job I came prepared.
I can't hear alerts, by the way, because I have to have the controller plugged in, so I don't have my headset plugged in, so I can't hear my computer. If I do miss alerts, then my bad.
Well, I can disarm it if we can find the junction box.
So try and do it fast this time so I can show you. Just get here, line up, roll, like that. Now, we're going to skip this cover tutorial. There's technically two ways you can do this. But I wouldn't even bother doing the second way. The second way is only a last resort if you fail doing it this way. But the way it works, I'm only going to get one try at this, so you're going to have to refer to my controller inputs, but I'll try and explain it. So you want to take cover at around the middle of this barrier here. So like here. Whichever way you're facing, left or right, doesn't matter. You just want to make sure that your camera is not pointed towards that pillar, because you will jump at that pillar and it will not work. You want to make sure the camera's faced more left or straight. And then what you want to do is you want to vault over the cover. As soon as you vault, hold D-pad up. Once you see, I usually time it. I don't usually use a visual cue, but you just get a feel for it. But what happens is if you hold D-pad up once you vault out of cover, it will put an invisible platform under you for like a few frames that you can jump off of. So the way I do it is I have the timing for when it does that. So then as soon as you see the camera start to zoom in for the inspect mode, you want to let go of the D-pad up or the inspect mode and then just jump like this. Like that. And then I should also mention, because I forgot to point it out, roll cancelling. So if you aim your gun or use inspect mode when you hit the ground, you can cancel the roll. So right there, I cancelled the roll from that. So in a run, I would have cancelled the roll and carried on jumping. You want to just come over here. Bump was normal, excuse me. I jumped twice and then walk the rest of the way. As soon as this triggers, just beat this guy up. And then jump towards the next guy. And he should go out in one punch. Like that. And then just roll here. You don't want to be too close to the railing here because we want to climb on top of it. We can jump off of it. Jump here. Roll cancel there. Punch this guy. Take cover. You want to do the D-pad thing again, but roll off it this time. Roll cancel there when you hit the ground. Punch this guy. And just jump into the trigger.
Okay. We should be able to lift this up. Sneak right under. Whoa! Whoa! Not so fast. There's another alarm. Ah, great. You want to get this one? Wait here.
So the way I do this climb here is you want to, as soon as you get to this ledge here, you want to hold upright, climb, turn, upright, and then hold up straight, and you should get right to here. Sometimes it doesn't work, and if I'm really shit at explaining something, just watch my controller inputs. If you don't understand what I'm trying to say, then just watch what I'm doing on the controller. So this next section can be kind of tricky, but there's a way to rush through it, which can fail. If you do it properly, it shouldn't fail. Also, if it fails, it's harder to do the second try. But if you just follow the route I'm about to take for it, it should work. Now that I've said that, it will fail and I'll get spotted. But if you follow this route, it should work just fine. So, if you haven't figured out, the fastest movement in this game is jumping. So, I time my jumps every time I see Nate hit the... Oh, this might fail now because he did a shit grab on that. Oh, yeah, it's definitely going to fail now because I suck. Yeah, so when you see him hit the ground, just jump. You can mash jump if you want. I just prefer to time it. I should be fine. I'm not going to get spotted. So just follow the route I take and don't be shit and bonk into things and you should be fine. Wait, what? Okay. Just shoot that guy. Shoot that guy. It moved my camera for some reason. Shoot that guy. So once you shoot all those guys, we're going to do another little trick here to skip pushing this. So the way I do this is I get to the very corner and aim straight with my gun and then climb up. I make sure that my camera is aligned like straight like this. And I don't aim when I do it. I just make sure that my camera's aligned straight. And then I wait about a second and then hold back left and jump and you should climb up. Like that. I'll do it again. Just watch my inputs if you get stuck. Like that. I'll do it one more time. That. And then that skips pushing the cart. Now we just wait for Flynn to throw his rope.
Good thing one of us thought ahead, eh?
By the way, I should point out that this is my route that I use for the game. There's going to be a few skips that you can do that I don't do. Or that I'm not going to show in this video specifically. But I'm going to make a separate video with those skips in case you want to try them. So right here is another skip. This one can be kind of tricky at first, but it's really easy once you know how to do it. So my setup for this is there's a black line right there. Right there going along the floor, as you can see. What I do is I jump, and then as soon as I get to this black line, you also want to be aiming your camera at an angle. In like this angle like this. If you're facing straight, then when you take cover, you'll be facing straight when you aim out, and it doesn't really work. So you kind of want to have your angle like this. And then as soon as I get to this black line, I aim and press circle to take cover. And if you do it right, you should be aiming like somewhere in this angle. If you're aiming like that, or like that, you've done something wrong. As long as you have the angle right when you aim, you'd be fine. Now, the way I do this trick is once I take cover, I hold left on the left stick the entire time. Keep holding aim, hold left on the left stick. Press circle to get out of cover, and as soon as you press the circle, rotate the stick like up left or straight forward. You're kind of just going to have to watch what I'm doing on the controller because it's kind of muscle memory to me. But I rotate the stick and then jump. And the reason I rotate it is because once you come out of cover, there's a few frames where you can float in midair. So I can use those few frames to change direction and then jump in midair, and we're going to land over there. And it skips this little cutscene. If you don't feel comfortable doing this trick, just go around the normal way and watch the cutscene. This saves like 10 seconds, maybe 15. It doesn't save that much time. So, like I said, angle this way, aims, take cover, and then press circle, rotate, and jump. You're best off watching my inputs for that, so you have an idea of what I'm doing. And then once you land on here, you just want to jump forward and then carry on as normal. Since this area is meant to have a cinematic cutscene when you do it the normal way, you can kind of get the camera through this wall because it doesn't have collision for the camera itself. And then right here we just jump, and then Finn will teleport and trigger this cutscene. So these first two chapters are pretty limited to what you have to use for glitches, but once we get to chapter 3, that's when this game opens up and becomes very interesting, and we're nearly there. So right here, as soon as Flynn goes to take the thing out of his back, the rope, right there, as soon as he goes to reach to his back, you want to pause and restart checkpoint. That makes it so that he puts the rope instantly and you don't have to wait for him to do it. It saves a few seconds. Oh, this is just casual.
There's a guy below you. There's a guy below you. Yeah, great view. I can see your house. Let's get moving.
So there is a bug that can happen here where your camera can soft lock and your camera will be stuck at these monkey bars even if you carry on going. If you get that bug, and you'll know when you get it, because there's a ledge coming up, when you vault over it, the camera will zoom back. If it does that, just checkpoint restart. It'll put you right where you were and just carry on, because this camera bug is really annoying. But to avoid it, you want to shoot him early as possible. The later you shoot him, the more likely it is to get the bug. You want to roll cancel there, vault over, aim to roll cancel again. Same here, roll cancel again. You want to quick scope this guy just by aiming in the general direction. Now right here we can do a skip, little skip, very minor. So you can skip vaulting over this ledge. And the way you do it is you want to use this line here, and about when you get to about this point you want to just jump. And if you angle it right and you're in the right direction, you should just jump right over it and then into the cutscene.
Can't get any closer with the tower lit up like that. What the hell's she doing? Come on, Chloe. That's my girl.
Right here you want to wait. You want to let Flynn go first because this entire section is tied to him opening the thing. So if you block him, you're losing time. So just wait for him to get at the door. And then now we just literally stand here and wait for him to open it. Nothing we can do to speed it up. What I like to do is I like to get some cardio by just running against this wall.
Okay.
It also puts me into the trigger as soon as it spawns, but whatever you want to do.
Ladies first. Cute.
So here you want to mash triangle again to get ready to skip the cutscene. So what I like to do, I like to jump down these stairs. Also, I mash aim. Even though you don't get a roll cancel here, you still get a tiny stagger animation. So if you aim, you can skip those stagger animations.
Think.
You'll always get shot here.
Yeah, there it is.
Because the game, you get shot so you lose the gun because you're not meant to have it. Now you can do a jump here like that. So if you time that jump right, you can jump straight down those stairs to the bottom. It's kind of tricky to do. If you don't get it, it's not a big deal.
Gotta get to that ladder.
use inspect to cancel the stagger there as well. Now jump twice and then start mashing triangle to skip the cutscene. And now we're in chapter 3. So this is where the game gets very interesting. We're going to do some precise jumping maneuvers here to get to the cutscene as fast as possible.
Here it is.
I also left the detonator for you.
All right. First one set. Don't.
So this first fight coming up we can't skip because it's tied to loading the next area, so we have to do it.
Once you've set all the charges, just hit the detonator and it's showtime.
So do stagger cancels and roll cancels as much as you can.
Zarevich has got his men posted
It's one thing I see a lot of people, especially Warren, who very rarely cancels his rolls, and it annoys the fuck out of me. So cancel the roll here. Jump. You can blind fire these guys or aim at them. It's completely up to you. Shoot this guy. All of these guys will die after 2 bullets. So just shoot them twice each. And then they'll die. So these 2 guys will drop down here. 1, 2. Right, so here's where the game gets interesting. That was all the enemies for that area. Now we're going to get into the nook and cranny of this game. And I'm going to try to explain how you do these things as best as I can. But this first trick is called the book launch. And the way you do it is you need to have a ledge that you can stagger on. So for my setup for this one, I use this little part here that sticks out right there because it's straight. So I'll aim myself straight onto it. And you'll see that Nate staggers like that. So the way you do it is as soon as you see him stagger, you want to hold upright and then instantly press journal. So as soon as you see him stagger, hold upright, instantly press journal. And you should do that. Like I say, you want to more refer to my controller inputs if you're confused about what I'm trying to explain. But I'll do it again. I'll do it a few times so you can see. Because this is a glitch that's going to be used a lot. So as soon as he staggers, hold upright. And then press journal. You can see the timing from my controller input. Okay, that one kind of launched me because fucking Sully's a cunt and won't move out the way. Can you move, please? Go away. He won't go away. That'll do. Okay, that was a bad angle. Kind of staggered in a weird direction. This way you have to aim straight on this. Like that. And then as soon as you want to close the jump instantly and just start mashing jump to jump up there. Now we're going to skip this entire next fight by doing a journal extend. And what I mean by journal extend, let me try and explain it. It's the same concept as the journal launch, kind of, except you don't launch. What happens is in this game, is if you don't have a gun out and you press the journal, you'll instantly open the journal. But if you have a gun in your hand, he has to put the gun away before he will open the journal. For whatever reason, if you walk forward and then press journal, he'll keep walking. So we can allow this to get in midair to allow ourselves to get further ahead and jump from distances we're not supposed to. Does the book launch work on any patch? Yes. At the start of this video, I went over all the differences between the patches, and you should use the latest patch for this game. Because there's a bug that can happen on 1.0. So we're going to skip this next fight using this. Now, the way I do it is different. What I recommend you do if you're starting out is to just stand like here, aim at this corner, like right there. And then just walk forward, and as soon as you reach the edge there, you want to press journal. So, like this. And then you just want to jump, and if you do it right, you should grab this ledge and be able to drop down. And now none of the enemies or anything will spawn in this area. The way I do that though, which is a little bit more riskier because like you see here, if you fail this, you get sent all the way back here, so it loses a lot of time. But it's whatever you feel comfortable doing. The way I do that is I don't set it up with aiming. I just kind of know the angle to do it, and I just do it. If you want to try just doing it, it's up to you. But I'd recommend just setting it up first. But this is the way I do it, is I kind of walk and then just open it. I kind of have an idea of where to stand to do it. So now what you want to do, just keep jumping to this area. Right here, you want to jump like about here, and then you want to mash triangle to pick up the AK. Blind fire here, because if you try to jump here, you'll climb these fucking boxes, and it's really annoying. So I just blind fire to keep up my speed to get around it. Now we're going to do another buck launch here off the corner of this this log. Now you won't stagger here, or at least in most cases you won't stagger here. If you're like not close enough to the edge, you won't do the stagger animation. If you don't do the stagger animation, it can still work, but you want to just do it up left this time. So as soon as you see him stagger, just go up left so we can get up here. You want to pull out the AK because we're going to do another journal extend. I should also point out that for book launches and journal extends, you go further with the long gun out because it takes Nate longer to put the long gun away. No pun intended. And it takes him shorter to put the pistol away. So we want the long gun for this one. So when we get to the top of here, we're going to skip this next pit fight by doing a journal extend in this direction, just past the tree. That allows us to grab this ledge here. Now there's two ways you can do this. You can drop down to here and then jump over there. And then you can start running on this log and then jump at an angle to get down here. I don't like doing that because it's kind of risky. Oh shit, I can't show the other way because there's a checkpoint. If you want to see the way I do that, you kind of just get from there, jump down there, and then just go around and jump across. I think this way from up there is a little bit faster, but I prefer to go around because you can't really die from doing it that way. Just don't climb up there. Like I jumped from there to there, but you should jump from there to there. And then just come across. Now there's a skip coming up here that you can do if you want to, but you won't. If you try and do this and die, you'll lose your guns, and you need your guns to do it. If you watch some old runs, you can see the old route we do. I'm pretty sure Erims doesn't do this trick, so if you know of Erims, just watch his run, and you'll see the regular route that we usually take where we drop into the cutscene. But I'm going to show you the newest skip, which allows us to skip this cutscene and the next in-game cutscene and getting the pistol back, or getting your guns back, and it allows us to get up top without having to do an extra buck launch. So you want to use this rock here and line yourself up straight with it, and you want to be able to get like a stagger animation again, but with this stagger animation you want to wait till it's fully completed like that. As soon as you see it's fully completed, you want to hold left for a certain amount of time and then press journal, because we need a specific amount of height to do this trick. If we're too high, it won't work. If we're too low, it won't work. So you need to hold the left stick for a certain amount of time. And it's all just muscle memory. So you wait for him to stagger. As soon as he's finished staggering, hold left and then press journal. If you do it correctly when you jump, he should not do that. If you do it correctly when you jump, he should lunge into the rock. And he should stay in the jump animation and get flung around the trees and land on this log so that you can jump down there. So I'll try and show you. Like that. So we get lunged around here. And you just aim down there and jump. And that skips the dig cutscene and this next area. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, like I said, just do it the other way. Because the other way is relatively easy.
Should be this way.
But with some practice, doing it that way is not very hard. So right there, when I hit that trigger, I got a checkpoint. And as you can see, I now have 4 grenades. So this is where the run gets very interesting. So not only can we do things where we can buck launch and journal extend off of ledges, but we can also airwalk using the same technique by soft locking the game. So I'm going to explain how to do the airwalk both ways, with or without the grenade. So there's a skip here that we're going to do the grenade airwalk with, but for the sake of tutorial, so I can explain stuff and show you what I'm doing, I'm going to hit a checkpoint over here. If you don't feel comfortable doing this airwalk in a run first try, if you do fail it, you will end up all the way back down there and have to climb up again. So if you don't feel comfortable doing it, just come over here. And there's a cutscene. Once this cutscene's ended, you'll get a checkpoint. And I wouldn't take this in a run.
With any luck.
Technically, if you fuck up the airwalk once and have to climb back up, it's about the same time as watching this cutscene. So I would recommend just doing it. And if you fail it, it's no big deal. But if you want to take the cutscene or the checkpoint, it's fine. But I'm taking it just so I can explain. So the airwalk. What we can do is we can soft lock the animation of pulling out the journal. So we'll just keep on infinitely walking like you would do if you were doing a journal extend like this. We just keep infinitely walking, which allows us to airwalk. So the way you do it, or at least for the regular airwalk without the grenade, what you do is you want to just line yourself up in the direction you want to go. You want to switch gun to the... You can do this either way. I prefer using the pistol out and then switching to the long gun. But you want to switch to the long gun, and as soon as you see him holster the pistol right there, as soon as you see him holster the pistol there, you want to press journal. All while you're moving forward. So once you unaim, when you've got the direction you want to go, you want to press right on the D-pad to switch to the long gun. Then start holding forward and press journal when he puts the pistol away. And if you do it correctly, you'll soft lock the game and just airwalk forever. Now, this in some cases is useful, but for a lot of the skips in the game, doing it this way is pointless because we literally are soft locked completely and we cannot gain control again. But, and also I say but because there's something you should know which wasn't mentioned in Greg's tutorial for this airwalk. We can use the grenade. Oh, no. Greg's tutorial didn't have the airwalking with the grenade. So what we can do is if you go to pull out a grenade for the first time, it will be delayed. So if you watch my inputs on the controller, if I go to hold the grenade, it delays pulling it out for about half a second. So from when I press the button, it delays it for about half a second before he actually pulls it out. Now, if I go to pull it out again, it will pull out instantly, as you can see. Instant. So if you try to do this glitch and it doesn't work, if you press the grenade button at all and it does not work and you don't get it, you have to either do one or two things to get this delay for the grenade back. You need to throw the grenade, and now if I press grenade again, it will delay again. Like that. So if you do fuck it up, throw the grenade, and then you should be able to use the next one with the delay, or just checkpoint restart, and it will give you the delay back. Now this is what some people don't understand. You need that delay to be able to pull the grenade out. If you do not have that delay, it will not work. So you have to have the delay. So if I was to go and do an airwalk right now and I pulled the grenade out by accident and I fucked it up, I'm fucked now. I can't do it unless I throw the nade or checkpoint restart. So you get the idea? Okay, good. So now I'll explain the actual fucking airwalk with the grenade. So it's the same concept as just switching gun and then pressing journal. But right before you press journal, just hold the grenade button. Simple as that. So right before you press journal, just start holding the grenade button. It's the same concept as the regular airwalk. I'll do it again. So you switch to the long gun. As soon as he goes to holster the pistol, you press journal to start the airwalk. But before he holsters the pistol, start holding the grenade and then press journal. If you're confused, just watch my inputs on the screen and you'll see what I'm doing. So we use the grenade to regain control, because the blast radius will knock you out of the state of trying to open the journal. So actually, now I'm going to get to the actual skip here. So if you don't take the checkpoint up there, what you want to do is you want to come over here, stand here. I use this rock as my reference and I stand about just there. Why can't I shoot? Whatever. I stand about there and then I just aim. It ain't that precise. You can aim at the vines. You can aim at the middle of the tree. I can't aim at the middle of the tree. And then you just do a grenade airwalk. I messed it up there. It pushed me to the right because I'm shit. The one thing that's tricky about these grenade airwalks is, or the airwalks in general, if you push the left stick in a weird direction, you will not go straight. Even if you do hold it straight, sometimes you will not go straight. It's all about timing. You just need to get used to it. Apparently I suck. Right, there we go. Oh, apparently not. Okay. I promise I'm good at this game usually. I don't know why I'm fucking this up. It's really easy. This is a very easy airwalk. There we go. So you want to be in the middle of the tree. What this is going to do is it's going to start pushing you down. That's low enough that we can actually regain control. So once you get pushed around the tree, you want to throw the grenade and it should knock you out of the airwalk like that. And you just carry on as normal. Now, one thing I should point out, because this is kind of new. Once you do the airwalk and you get knocked out with the grenade, if I was to press journal now, I would softlock and airwalk again. So what we do is, as long as you don't pull out a gun, you can airwalk again just by pressing journal. So make sure you don't press to pull out the pistol or the AK. And then what we do here is to skip this little jump, which is kind of risky. We take a little shortcut by just airwalking straight. And the way we do that is just walk forward and just press journal. That's all you need to do. As long as you don't pull out a gun, you can just airwalk again. How do you hold a controller to do a grenade airwalk? You mean like how I do my inputs? I mean, I could try and use a controller cam to show the way I do it, but I don't really have the means to do that. Like, I have no way to actually show that. But the way I do it, okay, I'll try to explain it. So, hang on, I'll do it in the next area. So I can just do this, because if I pull out a gun, I won't be able to do this. So you just walk forward in this direction, just press journal, and you should start airwalking. And then just smash triangle to skip the cutscene. Fucked up my wrist. All that's 10. Oh no, I can't use my left hand. It's all that wanking das. Right here, you want to hold backwards on the left stick and just blind fire the entire time. This is one of the sections you need the tutorial hints off, because right there the game will just go into slow motion and teach you how to blind fire. So you lose time if you have the tutorial hints on. So what I do for this skip, I angle my stick down right. As soon as the truck is about to hit the ground, I roll. And you should walk right into the cutscene. If you don't do that roll there like I did, you'll have to stand there for a few seconds and wait before you can jump into the cutscene. So just watch my inputs for that, and you should be able to get it pretty easily. It's not that hard. And now coming up is probably the hardest airwalk in the game. We're basically going to be airwalking from the start of chapter 5 to the end of chapter 6. So we're going to skip 2 chapters. And it's a pretty far airwalk. Now, it actually isn't as hard as you would think for how far you have to airwalk, because there's a lot of collision that pushes you in the right direction. But you do need to get the right angle when you start the airwalk. And what we need to do here is we need to get 2 grenades. So, the way we get 2 grenades is this first guy here. If you stealth him, he will drop a grenade. So we just mash triangle to pick up his gun and the grenade. Now, the second guy, the guy at the back, will drop a grenade as well. So the way I kill these 2 is I just blind fire them. So blind fire this one, and mash triangle as quickly as you can to pick up his grenade. If you get the checkpoint before you pick up the grenade, you are fucked. And you will not have the second grenade. Because like, if I was to restart checkpoint now, I still have both grenades, as you can see in the top left. So I need those 2 grenades. So now we're going to... oh, you want to know how I do the air? Okay. So, the way I do it is I kind of hold my controller at a slant, and I use my right thumb to do the most of the inputs. Okay. So while I'm aiming, I press right on the D-pad with my right thumb leant across the controller while I've got my left thumb on the left stick, so I can press it and start walking at the same time. And then I obviously press and hold the grenade with my left index finger, and then press the journal or the touchpad with my right thumb again. So do you know what I'm saying? So I press the right on the D-pad to switch to the long gun, and then press touchpad with my right thumb as well. to open the journal. It'd probably be easier for me to show with a controller camera, but it's pretty easy once you get used to it. If you understand how I'm doing it, it literally just takes practice. Warren had the hardest time with the setup for his airwalks for so long. It just takes practice. And once you get it down, it is pretty easy. Once you know how to do it. Anyway, so back onto the actual airwalk. So, we need to do a book launch from here up onto that roof there. This book launch is actually kind of easy. Oh, one thing I should point out as well. This truck is shit. Let me see if I can do it. So the truck is meant to be angled like this. It's meant to be facing this way so we can do the book launch from this tire. But sometimes if you restart, the truck will be facing a different direction. It's not going to do it for me now. But sometimes the truck will be facing this way at an angle. If it's like that, just check on restart again and it should fix itself. So we want to stand on this tire so we can do the stagger again like that. You need a long gun for this one, not the pistol. You need to use a long gun. And then as soon as you see him stagger, just hold up left and journal and you should book launch onto the roof, or at least get high enough to get up there. Not like that, that was terrible. I must say it's really hard to do stuff when you're trying to explain it. It's a lot easier doing it at a marathon, you know, because I'm not exactly trying to give people detailed descriptions of how to do things. Anyway, so we do that book launch from there. We get up here. Now this airwalk's really hard. It may even take me a few tries to get it. So you want to walk to the right of this wall, so about there. So you're facing it straight on, and then you want to aim. We want to aim because it pushes us away from the wall. And I'll show you the reason we do this. If I was to aim over here now, I can't see any of that. But if I go, I mean, I can see that. But if I go up here and don't aim, and aim over there, I can't see it. So I aim to knock myself down so I can actually see over here. Now, there's a bunch of different places you can aim at for this. This is all just preference. Sometimes I aim there. Sometimes I aim there. It's not really that specific. But you just want to aim. And now we want to do an airwalk where we end up going in that direction. We need to be going in that direction. If we're too far left or too far right, this will not work. So that one might be too far right. Yeah, so you see how the right hand side of Nate's head is now lined up with this lamppost here? That won't work. It would be very, very, very close, but it would be probably wouldn't work. This airwalk is pretty tough to get the timing down for. Like, you book launch up here again. Aim. Right, that one should be fine. Oh, no, never mind, because the camera decided to turn itself. This is pretty tricky. It takes a lot of practice to get it down. And it all depends on, like, sometimes if the game decides to let it work. Like, you may get, like, 100% consistent way to hold the stick, but even then it still would fail sometimes because it's all to do with Nate's walking pattern. Like, you'll go in a different direction whether Nate's right foot is forward or Nate's left foot is forward first. It's all there's a lot of factors that go into this airwalk. And airwalks in general that can make it fail. Too far right again. Yeah, miles right. You just need to get a feel for it. For me, it's something that I don't think about. I just do it. And then it works. I don't think about it. I just do it. So trying to explain it is kind of difficult. I know why it's not working. Right, so one thing that can happen in this game with the way you hold the controller when you go to press journal, if you don't have a good grip on the left stick, you can actually knock the left stick as you go to press journal. It happens to me a lot, and that's what I'm doing there. You need to make sure that you have a firm grip on holding the left stick forward when you do it. You need to make sure that you're holding it firmly straight for it to work. If you need to put more pressure into holding it forward, then that's up to you. Don't break your controller. Just make sure that you don't move the left stick before you press journal. That's why it wasn't working for me. So I'm going to hold it down a bit more sturdy now. And it still didn't fucking work. What the fuck? I'm telling you, it's really hard to explain stuff. Especially this glitch. Because how tricky it is to do. Makes me look shit at the game when I'm really not. Because this is one of those glitches where you can get it first try or it could take you a bunch. It all depends. So since I keep ending up far right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to aim to the right this time. So I'm going to aim more right now. And yeah, now it worked. So since I aimed more right, it evened itself out. So now I'm going in the right direction. If you think you're going and doing what I just did there when I kept fucking it up, just try aiming somewhere else. So right here, you can see, how do I explain this? There's a black line, like a black box inside this building in front of me that Nate's head is lined up with. This black box here. I make sure that my head is lined up with that box on the center of it. If it is, I'm going in the right direction. If it's too far to the right, it won't work. Too far left won't work. But this is the perfect angle. So now for the actual airwalk. You will see the background turn black. As soon as it turns black, you want to count 3 seconds. And then pause. Usually I count it in my head, but I'll count it out loud so you get an idea of what I'm doing. As soon as it turns black, 1, 2, 3, pause. 1, 2, 3, unpause. If you do it correctly, once you aim your camera to the left, you should be, like, you can see the grenade arc, right? You can see how the grenade arc is touching a wall. If you aim the grenade arc to the left and it doesn't touch anything, you're golden. If you aim the grenade arc to the left and it hits a wall, you're stuck in the building and you are fucked. This is why we pause, to make sure that we're going in the right direction. If you pause straight away, you'll get stuck. This is why we have to count. So once the game fades out here, we 1 second, 1, pause. As soon as the background goes away, you count to 1, then pause. As soon as that mountain disappears, we unpause. And we should be on the stairs in the building. Like so. That was the airwalk. Now we have to do one more airwalk. You want to make sure that you do not pull out any guns here. Because we need to do an airwalk without switching weapons. So we're just going to start another airwalk straight away. And the way I do this is I line myself up to that red building there. I line myself up like I'm going towards the corner of it. And then I just press grenade and then journal. So I start walking towards it and then I press grenade and then journal. And that should start the airwalk. And then we want to throw the grenade right about there. And then it should knock us out to the left, hopefully, yeah. Then just jump over here, aim your gun, and jump over here. Now we're going to do a journal extend here. To skip going around. So you just want to walk towards the edge. Then press journal. If you do it right, you should be able to land on that wall and then jump. Okay. Sometimes you don't actually die from that. Sometimes you do. It's really weird. Usually I don't aim for this. Like what I do is as soon as I land, I just walk towards it. I don't aim. I'm kind of going too far right. Or that'll work. Or it won't. What the fuck? Why did he... I'm aiming. What? Okay, whatever. This is usually really easy. Just ignore me. I'm terrible when I'm trying to explain stuff. If I was just playing the game, I'd be fine. What the fuck? At this point, you better have just going around the fucking normal way. To be fair, you can do it over there. and then jump down from there. It's up to you. I'm pressing journal too early. You need to press it right on the edge so you get enough distance. Man, it is really hard to explain stuff while I'm trying to do it. This is like really easy. I shouldn't be failing this. This is really awkward. Right, there we go. That should work. Yeah. Then just jump into the trigger.
That wire. That's our
Don't be as shit at that as me, and you'll be fine. Let me just watch this cutscene. And you want to just jump up right here. And then climb the box. Once you get on this pipe, you want to walk up it once. You want to shimmy once like that. And then start jumping. You can get to the very top. Warren told me that because Warren's a nice guy. Then just right on that pipe there. I didn't explain it because I'm shit. But on that pipe, you want to hold left. And just keep jumping. And you'll jump straight to this so you won't climb up there. And then just jump into the cutscene. Now we're in chapter 7, so we just skipped all of 5 and 6. Aim here, kill these two. And then run over here. You want to kill this guy, and then there should be a guy with an Uzi. You need his Uzi, so kill him and pick up the Uzi. That Uzi is very important, because 1, we needed to do the airwalk here. And 2, because it's good for chapter 10. So we're going to do another airwalk to skip this part. Now this one doesn't have a very precise setup. I just kind of stand somewhere here, aim there, and just do it. If you're too far right, like I'm probably going to be, you'll get stuck right there. I didn't get stuck for some reason. But you want to be airwalking straight for this one. Because the reason why is if you're too far left walking at that wall, you have to restart and you'll be down there. Whereas if you hit the staircase and restart, you'll be in the fight. So you want to aim for the staircase. It saves a little bit more time. So, to get across like that. As soon as you get to the bottom stair, there, right there, you can restart. And now we're in the fight. Kill this guy. Kill that guy. Reload. Kill these two. Leave the guy up top alive. Because all these guys in here is what is tied to the next guy spawning. If he's still alive now, just kill him. Because we have to wait for the guy in the armor to spawn anyway. And he spawns late, so you don't lose any time by leaving that last guy alive. And that's all the enemies. So now you just climb up. As soon as you vault over this, you want to roll. Now the way I do this trick is I use these little rocks here as my roll angle. So I aim myself like this. As soon as I hit these rocks, jump. Jump? What the fuck am I talking about? As soon as I hit those rocks, I roll. Chloe, please. Can you stand somewhere else? Really, bitch? Just roll and mash jump. And then angle the stick kind of up left. The reason you want to angle it up left as you get onto the thing is because you can carry on running. If you hold the stick anywhere to the right or like forward, you'll actually latch on and have to shimmy. But once you get to the end like this, just tap right and you'll get on. And you can get through. Jump 3 times, roll. As soon as you hit the floor, restart. And that puts you at the bottom of the stairs. Now we're nearly into chapter 8. Which has a bunch of cool stuff we can do. And I'll probably fuck it up because I'm shit at explaining things. So, right here, we want to pick up these 3 grenades. There's 3 grenades, just pick them all up. Don't pick up the pistol. You don't want it. You want to jump once here, then hold a little bit up left and jump. So we get right here, and then just jump left, and we should be able to climb up. If you was to not do that, you'd have to shimmy. And it's annoying. So you climb up here. You get on that railing down there. Then climb up here. And you want to push triangle on this one. Then you just roll off, drop down. You want to walk backwards to like somewhere here, and then you want to do a grenade air walk across this gap. There's another strat here, but like I said, I'm showing you my route. And I'll show the other stuff in another video. You You jump to here. You want to climb up and mash jump as fast as you can. If you do it right, you can actually jump there. But I fucked it up. So then you press triangle on this one. And right here, you want to pull out the long gun. And angle yourself off this ledge and do another buck launch. Angled buck launch up here. Just mash triangle and then you should press the final one. I must say this is really hurting my throat. This is the most I've talked in a long time.
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna have lost my voice after this, but that's okay. It'll be worth it because then I would have got the tutorial out of the way. Because I said I would have made one. I said I was gonna make one for like a year and a half. So sometimes here he'll climb straight up to the top one like that. Sometimes he won't. Sometimes he'll grab this ledge first, and you can't actually press triangle here, so you have to climb up again. It's just random what it decides to do. I've noticed. So after this cutscene, as soon as the camera pans back to Nate, we want to do a restart checkpoint, and that will put us down next to Chloe. So right here, as soon as that happens, checkpoint restart, and it'll put you down here.
Ladies first.
If you say so.
Thank God I'm not claustrophobic. Huh. You know, it's actually kind of romantic down here.
All right.
Gonna jump. We want to jump at an angle here to jump on these, because if we try to jump straight down the stairs, you'll just keep jumping into the ceiling, and that's slow. Like I said, you can mash jump if you want to, or you can time it like I do. It's completely up to you. Keep jumping, go right. Yeah. Once you get near this head, just roll so you can roll up it and then climb this. Now we're going to skip the trap here. So you need to know which panel is the panel that triggers it. So it's this one right here. So as soon as you hit it, you want to jump backwards, aim, and then do a grenade airwalk to get across. And then right here. By the way, you get no checkpoint there. So if you fuck up this airwalk here, you have to run all the way down that corridor again and then do that skip again. So the way I do this is I stand about here and aim like here, climb on top of this. So you need to be standing on it. So I aim like here, then I aim forward, and I tap forward a little bit, just a little tap, so I get right on the edge of it, so I get the stagger. So we're going to be doing an upwards. Okay, fuck, I forgot to mention this. So this is where it gets confusing. We're going to be combining the journal launch and the airwalk into one glitch with the grenade. So we're going to be doing an upwards airwalk to get to the top of there with the grenade. So the inputs for that, fuck me, how do I explain this? I don't even know how I do it. I just do it. Inputs for this is you either need to be like straight on a ledge, which is what we're going to do for this one, or at an angle. So you can do it at an angle. But you want to, as soon as you unaim, you want to switch gun. As soon as you unaim, you want to switch to the rifle. And then in the middle of all of that, you want to combine doing the inputs for a journal launch and the airwalk at the same time. So it's basically just you pressing grenade before you press journal again, but while holding up left as he staggers. Or holding forward as he staggers. So for this one, it's holding forward. So I'll just do the glitch, watch my inputs, and hopefully you can figure it out. Like that. So now we're going up. If you want me to do it again, I can. Preferably, you don't want to get up here. If you do it properly, you can end up like on here. Because if you go up there, there's a chance that you can get knocked off the back and fall and die. I'll do it again though, so you can see my inputs for it. Jump backwards. We need to do that because we need Chloe to not fall down the hole. If Chloe falls down the hole, she will die. So you need to jump off to trigger it so Chloe doesn't fall down there. We climb up, aim forward, tap forward, switch gun. I don't even know how to. I just do it. It's really hard to explain how to do that because I just do it. You want to drop down here, and then what you want to do is you want to roll off here, and then once you're back here, you just drop off, and you should grab the eyebrow. I'll do it one more time so you can watch my inputs again. So what's really happening with the camera? It's like right there, it moved the camera on its own when I aimed the gun. Really weird. Right, so this one should be slow enough for me to get onto the bottom ledge, I hope. Yeah, so this is where you'd preferably want to be when you do it, because then you can just like roll off and drop straight here without having to drop down first. Yeah, you're probably better off just watching the inputs because it's really hard, especially the upwards airwalk with the grenade. It's really hard for me to explain it because it's all muscle memory to me. Anyway, so you want to just get here and then just drop down. You grab the eyebrow. And that skips the first arm for this room. So as soon as you can get control and jump, you want to checkpoint restart. So as soon as you can move, there, just checkpoint restart. You need to checkpoint restart or the game will soft lock and you can't continue. So right here, you want to hold up right and jump, and then hold straight right and jump, or down right and jump, sorry. And you should jump straight down here, then just cancel the roll again. Don't jump against that. Don't know why I did that. Now for these mirrors, you need to just know where to place them. So it's usually just like right there. I use like the corner of the mirror, like the little spike that sticks out. I kind of just line that up, just so it reaches the left of that thing right there. And it's the same for the other one on the other side, except you line it up on the right hand side instead of the left. Right here there is an airwalk you can do, but it literally saves like 10-15 seconds and it's really hard, so I'm not going to include it in this video, but I will put it in the other one where I'm going to show the more advanced stuff you can do. So I'm going to keep jumping over here, angle yourself and jump down here. Don't do that. If you do that, it's fine, it's just a bit slow. You want to just jump straight to the stairs and just cancel the roll, but sometimes, you know, Nate being Nate, he will just jump to that fucking ledge because he's a twat. Also, this part can be kind of finicky to climb sometimes. What the fuck are you doing? Oh, I'm doing that again. Because Nate's a retard. And so hopefully I can do this jump properly. So yeah, just jump down there. Cancel the roll. He literally... What is he doing? Whatever, it doesn't matter. He's just being retarded. He's really warm. Right here, you want to wait for the camera to adjust itself, because if you try to run off too soon for this and you fall and die, you have to do the climb all over again from the start. So what I do is I just make sure that once I climb up from here, I kind of wait for the camera to adjust itself and then walk on and blind fire. You want to blind fire because it's a little bit faster. Now right here, here's something that most people don't know about. Once you're in this cutscene, if you hold up left on the right stick and mash aim, it will zoom the camera closer to the eye, so you can like it will move the camera faster, so you can get closer to it. There's a second or two. And just jump here.
We just need to adjust that other reflector.
Line this up where I do.
Good, that's it.
Now we're going to be doing a skip here. This one's pretty easy. and it's going to give me a chance to explain the backwards cover clipping. So we're gonna skip going down the mouth of the statue on the floor. It saves about 10 seconds. 10. I think it's about 10 seconds. It's not much, but it is pretty easy, so you should do it. If you don't want to do it, I completely understand. If you don't want to do it, once you jump down here, just roll cancel and jump that way and just go down the mouth. But if you are going to do it, you're going to jump and then roll cancel and jump backwards to this wall here. And now we're going to do a backwards cover clip. So the way this works is you want to take cover and aim away. And you need to have the pistol for this. It won't work with the AK. So you aim away. And if you see when I move left or right, Nate kind of goes backwards in the cover. Very slightly, like that. If I was to press circle when he's like that, he'll clip through and clip backwards. So what you want to do is you want to hold right. Wait, hold on, let me go. You want to hold right and press circle. As soon as you press circle, you want to rotate the left stick to hold it forward. The reason we hold it forward, especially for this one, is because the game will then launch you a little bit forward so you can land on the roof below. If you just clip and drop from this, you will not make it and you will die. So you need to hold right and then hold forward, and you should get launched forward onto the roof. So just watch my inputs for that. I'll do it again. Like that. Then you get on the roof. Then just jump over here and mash triangle to get the prompt. Skip the cutscene, and now we're in chapter 10. So this chapter is pretty straightforward. You just run and shoot people. You want to roll up these stairs and then jump. Roll again. Climb up here a little bit faster. Also with stairs in this game, you want to roll up and down them most of the time, as much as you can. And then when you're in combat, you don't want to jump or anything, you just want to run. Shoot as many guys as you can. If they get in your way. You don't have to kill everyone, you just got to shoot them if they're in your way. Technically, you could get through this entire section without killing anyone. Right here, the brute guy can punch you here. So what you want to do is you want to mash jump really fast. And if you do it right, he shouldn't be able to punch you. Okay. I thought he was going to die, so I started reloading my Uzi. Also, this is one of the reasons why we get the Uzi for this section specifically. Yeah, so the enemies in this area are very gay. And they love to magnetize and punch you from a million miles away. There's nothing you can do. You just gotta hope that you get good RNG and they don't do that. You kill this guy and then roll to pick up his pistol. Obviously roll and mash triangle to pick up his pistol. We use the pistol for the area outside. Roll up these stairs, then walk up these ones because you can't actually roll straight away after that. Jump here. You want to stick to the right of this guy, or the left, sorry. If you're too close to him, he will punch you. So, shoot these guys and kill them. Apparently he didn't fucking die. We use the pistol because it's the best to kill these enemies with. And then just jump into the... That was kind of slow, but you get the feel for doing it faster the more you do it. It's really hard to explain what I'm trying to do. So there is a little trick we can do for this section here, where every few seconds you'll see my camera zoom forward like that. That's me tapping the aim button. What that does is that resets Jeff so he won't stagger. Because if I was to just keep walking, you'll watch what happens. There. Jeff falls over and you have to pull him up. If you tap aim every few seconds, he will not do that. That's why I do that. So right here you can get stuck if you shoot this guy too quickly. So I wait till I get just as I'm next to him and then start shooting him. If you're shooting too early, you'll get stuck. Kill these three. When you get to about here, checkpoint restart. And that will warp Elena and Chloe ahead. We do that because we need Elena to open this door.
You're gonna be okay, Jeff.
So it's a bit faster to restart to get her to open the door. I'll just wait. Right here, when you go through this gate, you want to stick to the right hand side as much as you can to let Chloe get ahead of you. Because the truck shoots at Chloe, and when she takes cover behind that car, that's when the car blows up, which in turn breaks the glass. Now, if Chloe gets stuck, she won't get to the car fast enough, which means you'll lose time. So you want to get her ahead of you. Also, Warren, shooting the guys does fucking nothing if you are watching this, you penis. It's all about how Chloe gets to the car. It doesn't matter if you shoot the guys on the truck or not. You just want to make sure you let her get ahead of you, and that's it. So right here, we're going to cancel rolls again. So hold D-pad. As soon as you hit the ground, let go of D-pad, and you'll cancel the roll. We'll cancel the stagger animation here as well. Not like that. I jumped too early there. So right here, we can skip this slow motion section by rolling. So when he gets about here, just roll. Then cancel the landing roll again. If you was to get too close to that edge without rolling, Nate will jump automatically, which will then give you the slow motion, so you don't want that. You do not want that. So right here, you want to stick to the right, because that guy with the grey jacket will turn around sometimes, and if he turns around you will get spotted. You need to stay stealthy because we need this shotgun guy to pick up a grenade. So you want to make sure that you pick up one of these pistols, because you need... Okay, I'm going to stop playing so I can explain it. You have to stealth kill the guy with the shotgun, because you need him to drop the shotgun and the grenade. Then you need to kill one of the guys with the pistol before you kill everyone. As soon as you kill the last guy, you will get a checkpoint. You need that pistol before you get the checkpoint, because if you fuck up this trick, you won't be able to retry it if you don't pick up the pistol. So you want to make sure you get the pistol and then kill the rest. Now the fight has ended. So now I have a grenade, shotgun and pistol. So we want to do another upwards grenade airwalk to get up there. So the angle isn't very specific. You just want to make sure that you're kind of like on the edge, a bit off to the right, so you stagger to the right hand side. And we're going to do it at an angle this time, not straight. Just want to switch gun and do it up like that, at an angle. You need to watch my inputs. I'll do it again. You can see.
Alright, let's head to that water tower.
Find a way up there.
Like that. It is pretty easy once you get the rhythm down and you get the muscle memory for the inputs for the airwalks. They are pretty easy. We just climb up here and then skip the cutscene. Right here, you want to wiggle the stick so you can move straight away, because sometimes Nate does not want to move. As soon as you press his triangle prompt to restart checkpoint, he'll put you down the bottom. Nice cover. To move this past the door. If you think it's past the door, and you let go too soon, most of the time it's not. So you just want to kind of overshoot it, because sometimes it won't be past the door and then you can't open it.
Let's get up here for a better look. There's got to be a way out of here.
Do you want to just... Oh, I should point out, I forgot to actually explain shit. So you can go through that gap there to jump across here instead of going around. It saves a few seconds. Imagine being good at making a tutorial. So this next fight coming up is really specific. So there's a set number of enemies you have to kill for the next wave to spawn. Conveniently enough, those enemies are wearing orange hats. So for each phase that you do here, you have to kill the shotgun guy and the guys with the orange hats. I will explain which ones you have to kill as I'm doing it, and I'll do this fight a few times. Why am I restarting? Don't know. I don't know why I did that. Whatever. One. Confused myself. Okay, good. It's a good tutorial, dude. It's very good. Very informative. Oh, fuck me.
Let's get up here for a better look.
Hello, Ankfist. How's it going, my dude?
Be a way out of here.
So jump through this gap.
Maybe I could get this old thing moving.
So I will tell you exactly which guys you have to kill as I'm doing it. And I'll do the fight like 2 or 3 times. So for the first phase, you have to kill the shotgun guy, and then there's 2 guys with the orange hat. So you want to kill the shotgun guy and the 2 guys with the orange hat. So the shotgun guy will always be to the right. Yeah. You kill him, then the 2 guys with the orange hat. So him, and that's it. Go over here, shoot the sniper, and then kill the 2 dudes below. So him, and then him. Try and pick up this sniper if you can. Kill that sniper up top, and the shotgun guy right there. And then there should be 1 guy with an orange hat there. Kill him. These guys will then spawn. Kill him, then kill them, and then kill the last guy, and that's it. That's literally all you have to do. And now the truck will spawn, as you can see. I'll do it again to explain it again. As long as that didn't give me a checkpoint. I don't think it did, no. Kill the guy with the shotgun. 2 guys with the orange hats. 1, 2. Kill the sniper up top. Kill him. Kill him. Try and pick up the sniper. He didn't die for some reason. Kill the sniper up top over there. Then kill the shotgun guy, which is him. 1 guy with the orange hat, which is him. Kill him. Kill him. Kill those 2. And then the last guy. And that's it. So over there, there'll be 4 guys. The sniper and then the 3 dudes at the bottom. I'll do it one more time. I don't want to do it too many times though. Shotgun guy. Orange hat. Orange hat. Sniper. Him. Him. Try and pick up the sniper if you can. In case you run out of pistol ammo, kill him. Shotgun guy. 1 guy with the orange hat. So that last guy there with the shotgun, sometimes he can come from the right as well. You just got to make sure that you know where he's coming from. But yeah, that's basically the fight. As soon as these guys in the truck spawn, you can just wait. If you want to, just hold D-pad up here. So you can see when the Elena spawns. You don't want to go straight away. If you go instantly as soon as she spawns, you can actually hit the death barrier and die. So just run towards the car and skip the cutscene. And now we are on the train. So we are going to do train skip. And the way we do this is we're going to do a shimmy cover. A shimmy cover clip. So you want to stand at the very edge of this while aiming. And then press circle to take cover. Just so you can get right on the edge. And the way I do it is I like to angle my camera a bit like this. You don't want it straight like that. To angle it a bit like that. Now, the inputs for this clip, or at least the fastest way to do this clip, is you want to rotate the stick, the left stick. You want to push it to the right. You want to push the left stick to the right and then rotate it around to go up. Or like, wait, hang on. No, you want to push it to the right and then rotate it around to the left. If you watch my input viewer, you can see what I'm doing. So I'm pushing it to the right and then rotating it to the left. You basically just want to keep doing that over and over again. Like so. Keep doing that until you get clipped off the train like that. Once that happens, you just wait. So we're going to sit here for about 3.5 minutes. Because we have to wait for the train to go around on a loop. So we literally just sit here for 3.5 minutes. But yeah, for that cover clip, you just want to watch my inputs. Bestest way to figure out how I'm doing it. And you can't press anything other than aim, right? Yeah, you can't. If you move the left stick, you will. You will either fall. I think if you move the left stick, you'll fall. If you try to jump, I think that will warp you back to the cover. But yeah, you just you can't do anything other than aim. So just don't move the left stick at all. Wait, what the? My stream froze. I don't know what that was, but yeah, it froze on my end for me. The feed on the stream froze for some reason. I don't know why. I got scared then, dude. I thought I was fucked. I don't want to have to do this again. My voice is fucked as it is. So if you don't, the way I know how long I have to wait for the train to come back is I use the timer for the current time from when I clip off. If you don't want to use that, you can tell when the train's nearly close because this camera will start to settle down. As you can see, the camera's flinging around really crazily. Once the camera starts to settle and go back to its original position, that's when you know the train's close to you. So then you can just get ready to aim then. I should also point out that during this trick, we can get one or two things to happen. We can get a fast cutscene skip, or we can get a slow cutscene skip. I'm going to start aiming now. I don't really have to, but also if you want to know which way to aim, I'm on the right track right now, not the left. Nate's on the right track, so that means the train's coming from this way. If he's on the left track like this, just turn the other way around and face to where he's on the right track. So the train's going to be coming from this way. So yeah, what I'm going to do at a specific point, I'm going to unaim my gun. If I do this correctly and unaim my gun at a specific time, it should trigger the cutscene really quickly in about 5 seconds after I let go of aim. If that does not work, you'll have to wait an extra 20 seconds for the cutscene to trigger. Now, I need to point this out in case I do get the fast cutscene. If you do not get the fast cutscene skip, just wait. Don't do anything at all. If you don't get it, just don't press a button. Don't checkpoint restart. Just wait. The cutscene will eventually start. If you touch anything, you might fuck it up. Just wait. And it will start eventually. And then you can skip it. But if you want to try to get the fast cutscene skip, you want to try to let go of aim where I do. If I get it, that is. So, I'll tell you when. You want to let go of aim just before the tank. So, right about now. And then start mashing triangle to get ready to skip the cutscene if you get it. Okay, I didn't get it. That's good. So I can explain. If it had worked, I would have got the cutscene to pop up so I could skip it, but I didn't get it. So now I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to wait. This loses about 20 seconds over getting the fast cutscene skip, but it's better you to understand it. So right here, the cutscene will start right about now, and then you can skip the cutscene. It will, if you don't get the fast cutscene skip, the cutscene will always start there. You just have to wait. Right here, instead of holding left this time, you want to hold right. Because the camera's flipped, so you want to hold right. Go this way. You can actually do the jumps that you could do in chapter 1 here. But they're kind of tricky because the game actually lets you jump here to climb this. So it doesn't get you up there as slowly. But I'm going to try to get them. Just watch my inputs if I do get them, because I'm not going to try to explain it because it's really hard. Yeah, I didn't get it. Right, so if you'd have done it right, you could have jumped straight to this like you can in chapter 1, but it's really hard to do in 15 because of the fact that you can actually move faster in general. So the basic same shit applies from chapter 1 here. apart from the inside of the train because it makes you fall out. The one thing we won't be doing though is doing the skip. Because if we do the skip at the top of this train, it literally does nothing. You don't, because you're meant to be in chapter 15. And the trigger for the fight is going through the train, so you have to do it. The same shit when you get to the top roll. Hold right to jump to skip the ladder because it's slower, and then just jump inside the train. You just want to hold backwards and just keep mashing jump. And you should make it through. And then you just want to mash triangle to skip the cutscene.
Terra firma.
Now for this fight, we'll do it a specific way. So you want to get out of cover and we want to stealth this guy so we get a grenade. As soon as you pick up the grenade and the M4, switch to the pistol. Kill him. 2 bullets should kill him. Or 1. I actually don't know. It might be 1. Kill these guys. There should be 3 guys over here. So there's 1, 2. For some reason he's over there. 3. Then the one behind you, which he's now being a cunt. 4. As soon as you kill him, reload the gun. Try and kill these guys with the pistol as fast as you can, because you can actually kill them before they get a chance to get down. 1, 2. As soon as you kill that guy, you want to turn around, wait. As soon as you see the guy, throw the nade. You should kill them. It didn't kill. Okay, so you didn't kill 2 of them. It actually didn't kill any of them. What the fuck? Okay, just throw a grenade later than I did then. Once they're all dead, just kill the brute guys. Do you want to try and kill one of these brute guys without killing? Oh, I can't. Okay, I'm not going to be able to explain this now because I killed them too quickly. Yeah, yeah. So okay, I'm going to explain it. If you, with those last 2 brute guys, they literally lined up perfectly, so I headshot them both. But you want to keep one of them alive. You want to run closer to him and blind fire him, so that way you end the fight closer to this ledge. And then what you want to do, once you get to this ledge, you want to, after you kill him, you want to stand on this rock. As soon as you get onto it, wait a second, and then tap forward next to climb, like that. If you try to get on it and hold forward and try to climb, most of the time he doesn't, and he decides to be a twat, like he'll stagger and shit. So you just wait, tap forward and climb, then climb up and mash jump as fast as you can. Because what happens is there's a certain point after you finish the fight where you get the slow walking, and when the storm starts to roll in, and then you can't move fast. So if you do it fast enough after you finish the fight, you can climb up here and then do 3 jumps right into the cutscene. Saves a few seconds. So for this section, you'd think to yourself that we shouldn't be able to roll. Like if I'm pressing circle right now, you can't actually do anything. But we can roll. For whatever reason, if you press D-pad up and then press circle, you will roll. So we just do that. You gotta just know the timing for it. You just press D-pad up and then roll. As soon as he finishes the animation for the roll, roll again. Roll again. Roll again. You can jump up these stairs. Roll again and try to jump up the stairs as much as you can. You don't want to try to jump up all of them though.
Hey kids, I see you hiding.
And that was chapter 16. Now into chapter 17. So there is a huge skip that you can do here. I can't believe I'm mentioning it. That skips the entire chapter. And Erims does it. I'm trying to do it in my runs, but it's giving me AIDS. I'm not going to use it in this tutorial. I will put it in the other video with the advanced strats if you're stupid enough to fucking try it. But basically, you use this fucking shitty wall to launch you off the map into the end of chapter 17, and it's really, really inconsistent and really, really hard. I'm not going to use it in this tutorial. If you're running this game for the first time, you shouldn't even attempt to do 17 skip until you get like at least a 26 or a 25 or 125. You shouldn't even go for it till then, and even then you're pushing it.
No way we're getting across there.
So
What'd you
just
get there?
don't do it for your own sake. So you have to wait for Tenzin. Tenzin's an asshole.
That's almost impossible to. Oh, you did it. Nice.
A lot of this chapter is a lot of waiting.
Let's just swing across on the 7.
So we want to get behind him. We don't want to be ahead of him because he'll stop. So we want to get behind him and then just wait for him to start climbing down. If you try and drop on the ladder as soon as he gets on it, you'll actually just fall and die. Don't do that. As soon as he drops off, mash circle to drop off. And then jump at an angle to get him ahead of him. The further you are ahead of him, he'll start jogging sooner. So you want to get ahead of him as fast as possible. You can't get through this gap until Tenzin goes through it first. I've always wondered how the shit nade doesn't get frostbite here. I know. Crazy shit. I'm gonna drop down here and trigger this cutscene.
Looks like we're on the right track, but there's nothing here. This can't be what Schaefer meant.
My throat is absolutely fucked.
Sure. Those things bite, you know.
I'm back up. You just have to wait for Tenzin again. This next rope can be kind of shit. And you can die on it. As long as you take it carefully enough, you shouldn't. You want to jump. And then you want to let him go first. If you're going to be safe, you need to let him go first. Once he jumps across, wait for a second and then jump. If you go too quickly, you'll land on top of Tenzin and just fall and die. So don't jump onto the rope too quickly.
Hey, what's the big hurry? Hello?
You want to get to the right of this, run off it a bit and then jump. Don't jump straight away. Run off it a bit first so you can get to the top of the ledge.
What'd you find?
And then we can skip the next part here. It's a little skip.
Been dead a long time.
It is kind of tricky. It ain't that tricky, but it's a weird one.
Shintamani
Yeah, Rob, I'm going to upload this to YouTube.
must have been one of Schaefer's men.
Although there is the part at the start after I explained all the fucking... After I explained all the, like, the settings you want to use and stuff, where my mom decided to ring me. So there's a part where I wasn't doing anything for like a minute or 2 minutes. So I wanted to just export it straight to YouTube, but I might have to cut that out. Which is fucking annoying. Anyway, so you want to go left. Now we can skip this scene with Tenzin here of Tenzin boosting us up. So what we want to do is we want to hold triangle to get the camera to align itself like this. You don't want to keep holding it because you don't want Tenzin to come to you. You just want to hold it to position yourself. And then what you want to do is you want to tap forward, and then as soon as you tap forward, tap triangle. And you should get boosted up on the wall. Like that. And then if you do it right, once you get to the bit of elevation, you need to press jump. And you can climb onto the ladder like that. And it skips doing this. It is kind of finicky. I would suggest, unless you're good at it, just don't bother trying it for your first few runs, because it can be a bitch. I think in my PB before the one I have now, I lost 30 seconds to this. So just, if you want to do it, do it. If you don't. It's up to you. Oh, okay. Don't do that shit. Just... I tried to... Okay, just walk on those things. I did something earlier where I was able to jump on them, but apparently it didn't work then. So just walk on them. I mean, you could probably get away with jumping on the first one. You could jump on this one to the next one, but don't jump on the other one. Jump there to there, but then just walk on this one. So right here, you want to get about here. Like if you see this, like that hook that's in the wall, you want to get your head basically lined up with that, and then just jump left, and you should jump right to this ledge. And just press the triangle prompt.
I'll catch you. I got you. Yeah, there you go. You owe me one, pal.
So, if anyone's played this game casually, which I hope you have if you're going to speedrun it, this rope is fucking gay. Or, I mean, it is gay. Casually, this rope is a pain in the fucking ass. Because they designed it the most stupidest way I've ever seen. Because it's it's a rope where if you jump late, you won't make it. You need to jump off it early. So the way I do it is I wait for a second. Like, after Tenzin swings across, I wait for the rope to settle. And then what I do is I just walk off into it, wait a second, then jump. I jump off a lot earlier than you'd think you'd meant to, and that will launch you into the cutscene. If you swing too far and jump, you will not make it. And the reason I walk off the ledge to grab the rope instead of jumping is because that puts me lower down on the rope, which gives me more velocity to actually get to make the jump. So I'm lower down. So right here, you hold D-pad up and mash roll so you can roll again. Right there, you're not meant to roll, but if you hold D-pad up and mash roll, you can actually roll into the cutscene.
What did this? Yeah, come on. Tenzin, we gotta get moving.
So this next section, if you play this game casually, you have to fight the Guardian. And all that shit. It's a lot of fun, obviously, but I don't want to do that. So I'm not going to do it. Because the QA for this game is really good, by the way. 10 out of 10 QA. Because you can literally skip this entire section by rolling up a fucking rock. So what you want to do, the way I do it, is when I get to about here, you don't want to be right up against it, but when you get to about here, you just want to roll at it like that. And then just smash jump to climb up. You roll and then just jump. And that skips the entire section just by doing that. I'll do it again. It's really easy. This is like the easiest trick in the fucking game. You just climb up and skip the entire section. Now we're going to be doing a journal extend up here. There's two ways you can do it. You can take it carefully and line it up, or you can do it the way I do it. Hello? Okay, that's definitely what I wanted to do. Thank you, game. Probably should explain this part, actually. So, to get a fast climb here, you want to stand about here. And then just tap forward and jump. If you do it correctly, which apparently I can't, you should grab, like, this ledge here. But it just ain't working. Anyway. Doesn't really matter. So, you can either do this this journal extend or journal walk by standing here and just aiming and then walking off and doing it, or you can do it the way I do it, where I just get to the corner and like angle myself like that, and you basically just get around the corner. It's up to you how you do it. And then as soon as you see the current timer is reset to 0, right there, that's when chapter 18 starts. Restart checkpoint, and now we're in chapter 18. I'm going to die from that. Oh, I didn't die from that? Okay. So, you can do that jump, but it's kind of risky. So, here's a point where we're going to do a trick with photo mode. So, we're going to make the game let us actually jump onto this next thing a lot sooner than we should be able to. So, as soon as we get onto the rope, we want to start, or the thing, we want to start mashing photo mode. As soon as it lets us open it like this, you want to instantly exit it. Hold right to get to the edge of the pole, then start swinging and jump. If we don't hold right and start swinging straight away, you'll just jump and die. And then what you want to do, since this is soft lock now, we can't actually do anything. You want to get here on this specific railing. Or this specific handheld. If I hold right and try to jump, as you can see, nothing happens. But if I tap left first a little bit and then hold right, I can actually jump. So what you want to do is you want to hold left for a little bit, then push it right and jump. You need to watch my inputs for that, because I don't really know how to explain the timing. If you don't want to do that, that barely saves any time what I just did. If you don't want to do it, don't open photo mode and just climb it the normal way. It literally barely saves any time. So now, chapter 18 skip. Excited for this. So, technically, this is the hardest skip in the game that we do. Most people do in every run. This is the hardest skip in the game. It requires basically a frame perfect roll. And it's one of those tricks, especially for me, because I had it first try in my PB, where if I don't get it first try, I'm losing a lot of time. And you trust me when I say that it will take you a few tries. Most likely, when you do runs, it can take you upwards of 1 try to like 20. If you start getting flustered and angry with yourself, it'll take you even more. But yeah. So I'll show you my setup for it. A lot of people will use different setups, but this, like I said, this tutorial is all about my stuff, what I do in my run. So you wanna, once you gain control, also technically you don't have to do this. You can do 18 skip without doing this, but this gives you a checkpoint, and you're fucking stupid if you try to do 18 skip without getting a checkpoint. Anyway, so you want to take cover here. Right here. You want to move as far right as you can. Now where I aim is I aim right there. I think Warren aims like somewhere over there. Arim's aims all the way over there. It's all about the way you want to set it up. But the basic premise is we need to do a backwards cover clip and then instantly roll. Now you can do this by mashing roll, but it's very inconsistent. The most consistent way to do this skip is to time the roll. So I'm going to explain to you what I'm doing with my inputs, but the best way for you to figure this out is to watch what I'm doing with my controller inputs. But what I'm doing is I'm basically going to hold backwards and then press circle somewhere around there to do the clip. Oh, I forgot to mention actually, with the backwards cover clipping, I'm really retarded. With the backwards cover clipping, as soon as you press circle, you need to let go of aim. I forgot to mention that. I'm so stupid. Anyway. So as soon as we do the backwards cover clip, you want to rotate the left stick from going straight down to down left. Or like kind of to the left. You can hold it straight left if you want. It's up to you. And then you need to time the roll. So I have this basically in muscle memory, but I'll try to show it. And you can watch my inputs. But I'm not mashing circle. I press circle once to clip. Press circle once to roll. Like that. And then I rolled and grabbed the ledge. If you watch my inputs, it was wait. The input thing didn't pick up my second circle press. Why? That's really stupid, because that was... I'll do it again. I'm going to do it a few times anyway. Because it is hard. I must have done it so fast it didn't pick up my second circle press. Okay, now he won't even fucking clip out. What? Oh, I'm letting go of aim too late, that's why. Apparently I'm not. Right, if you don't want to do it this way, just aim like there or something. And then you can like, if you aim there, you can kind of like, the way, if I was aiming over here, the way I would do it is I hold down right to do the clip and then rotate it down left to roll. I just want to do it so it picks up the input. Like I said, this trick is really hard. And it may take you a few tries to get. Because it's all about the timing. This skip is all muscle memory. If you time it right, it will work. Most of the time. No, I've got a headache. And I can't do it apparently. So I'm mistiming this completely. I don't know. I feel like I'm timing it right. It's just not working. I don't get it. I'm not gonna do it from there because it's irritating me. Because it's like he doesn't even want to clip when I aim over there. Like I said, where you aim really doesn't matter for this section. It's all about what you want to do. You can find your own setup for where to aim. You just need to make sure that you're rolling when you roll at the right direction to grab the ledge. I don't know why it's not working. I have no fucking idea. I am pressing it fine. I really don't know why this isn't working. I don't know. I have no idea. And this is what I'm saying about this skip. It's one of those skips where if you start to question yourself and get flustered, it will not work. I must be pressing it too slow. I don't feel like I am, but I must be. I have no idea. I have no idea. I have no fucking idea. It won't even clip out now. What the fuck? It's not working. It's literally not working. I'm timing it perfectly fine. I know there is nothing wrong with the way I'm timing this. It's just not working. With this many tries, with how close I'm timing it at, it should have worked at least a few times by now. I must be pressing it too slow, but it makes no sense. It literally makes no sense. And this is what I'm saying about this skip, where it can take you one try. As you saw, I got it first try, or it can take you fucking a million. It's just not working. I don't understand. I'd like to finish this tutorial at some point today. It's a really bad example of me trying to explain a hard skip when I can't even fucking do it when I usually can. This is fucking really annoying me. I don't understand. How am I supposed to be making a fucking tutorial showing someone how to do this when I can't even do it myself because it's not fucking working because this game's stupid. It's not working. I don't get it. It literally is not working. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Imagine, I'm only getting annoyed because I know that I can do this, and I'm trying to make a fucking tutorial explaining how to do it, and I can't fucking do it. If I wasn't making a tutorial right now, I wouldn't be getting as fucking annoyed, but I'm meant to know how to do this shit. It's not working. Fuck me. I'm just gonna have to resort to going back to the old strat of fucking mashing circle because I literally can't fucking do it. So if you're retarded like I am, just fucking when you go to do it, just keep pressing circle. And eventually you should get it. Because that's fucking more consistent, isn't it? I'm getting a headache. I genuinely don't understand what is happening. I'm so confused. It should not be this hard. I know I said it's the hardest skip in the game, but this is fucking stupid. I'm definitely not uploading this in one video now. It's not working. I don't understand. I'm getting really pissed off. I don't get it. With the amount of times I've fucking tried this with perfect timing, it should have worked at least fucking once by now. There is nothing wrong with me timing this fucking circle press. It's just not fucking working. And of course, the one time I do it, it didn't pick up the button on the fucking input viewer. I was like, oh, I'll just do it again, no problem. Fucking easy, no problem whatsoever. If only I'd have known that, I would have just fucking done the skip and carried on fucking playing. Fuck me. I think I'm gonna have to stop. I can't. How am I meant to make a tutorial when I can't even do this? To put into the tutorial. I mean, my credibility goes down the shitter whenever I can't even do a skip. It's just, I don't understand why it's not working. I really don't. I really don't. Well, I'm going to do my old trick of when I usually fail this, I just close my eyes. I don't look. And that usually seems to work, so I'll try that. Of course it fucking didn't. I closed my eyes that time as well. Unfucking believable. Anyway. Did it pick up the... Please tell me it picked up the fucking circle prompt that time. I'd like to point out, I promise you, it ain't as hard as I just made it look. It really isn't. I think I was just getting frustrated with myself. It should take you... You should at least get it once every 10 tries, if that. It's not as hard as I just made it look. Anyway, once you get out of bounds and you do the roll, you want to aim sort of like in this direction. The aiming with the gun isn't as important as like where you aim Nate's direction. You want to make sure you're heading like in this direction here. I don't know, Rob, fuck off. I don't know. I really don't know why it wasn't working. Anyway, so you want to walk forward this direction, and then once you reach the edge, you want to press the journal. You want to jump and turn the camera, jump again, cancel the roll here, and jump again. You want to, when you get to here, you don't want to roll off this pillar, because that usually doesn't work. Roll from like the middle of this. And you should land on a ledge here. Now, once you land on this ledge, you want to tap forward and roll backwards. If you do it correctly, you'll get his hitbox enough inside of the wall to hit the checkpoint. So as soon as you do that, you want to restart the checkpoint, and then you've skipped chapter 18. Now, there's another skip here you can do. Not going to talk about it because it literally saves like 10 seconds. So what you can do is once you're done, journal walk to the middle. As soon as you climb up, restart, and that will skip the cutscene of it, like making the platforms go up. I think it saves like a second or two. Then just do this normally. The fastest way to hit the cutscene at the end of here is to, as soon as you climb up this, just jump up left, and it'll trigger the cutscene. So when we get in here, I'm going to try and jump as much as you can to get into the cutscene. As soon as you skip the cutscene, roll and mash triangle to pick up the MP40. Climb on here. You want to angle yourself off very slightly like this. The angle isn't very specific. I kind of just aim, like I kind of just generally, once I climb up, I kind of aim myself in the direction of the ledge. And we're going to do an upwards airwalk, but this one you don't have to use the grenades. It's pretty easy. Just watch my inputs. And when we go up into the trigger up top, so I'll do it again. We're basically aiming so we airwalk at that, and that triggers the scene.
Hey.
That one was very close. That shouldn't have worked, but you get the general idea. I'll do it again. This one shouldn't work. Yeah, that was too far. I feel like with this airwalk specifically, you need to hold the left stick more when you do it. Like when you switch the gun, you need to hold the left stick more before you press journal, so you go straight up. Like if you hold the stick more, you'll go straight up. That. And that saves about a minute and 20 seconds. It skips this waiting section here. It's pretty easy. Also, I will, because of how shit that 18 skip was, I'll either make a new video, or, I mean, I'll redo it, or I'll put French's way of doing a little slower version of 18s. Which loses about 2 minutes, I think. But I feel like that one's just the same amount of aids as the one I just did, so. Right, that was chapter 18, took me, what, half an hour? Yay. So, now we're in 19. So, what the fuck? So what you want to do here, you want to kill this guy because he's annoying and can punch you. And you want to just kill the guy with the armor. As soon as the guy with the armor's dead, restart. That gets rid of all the other enemies. Blind fire this guy because he can also punch you because he's a cunt. Blind fire this guy and then roll to take his M4. It's a nice gun. Aim to cancel the staggers as usual. You want to try and kill both of these guys if you can. Sometimes one of them can punch you, which is annoying. Kill the guy with the RPG first because he's an asshole. Reload. Wait, where did he go? There was meant to be an extra enemy there. Okay, well there should be an extra guy there. I think Tenzin must have killed him because he wasn't there. And just run to the door and then Tenzin should come to you. Sometimes if you're fast enough or if Tenzin gets stuck, he will warp to the door. I don't know what causes it though. So for this next part, this next fight, just jump over here. You want to get over here and you want to get onto this barrier. As soon as you get off it a little bit, jump. You can get over here. Then we'll jump down, roll cancel again, shoot these two. Then kill these three. So there's one there, one there, one there. Kill him. And then just kill the rest. There's 3 enemies left. Once the last one dies, which is this trap with the armor, with the shield. As soon as he dies, restart. And what? Excuse me? I killed them all. I'm so confused. Okay, whatever. I'll do it again. Maybe I restarted too quickly. I don't know. I must have restarted too quickly. I can't even shoot him. This is why I like the grenade launcher for this part. Whatever. But I won't restart as fast this time. Wait. Now I'll restart. There we go. Yay. So that warps Tenzin into the door. Don't be a shit like me. And you should be fine. See what you need to kill those two, or else the tank won't blow up the door. Then just wait here. The Tenzin to run past. As soon as the cutscene starts, where it zooms into Tenzin, open the door. Hold right or upright, so you walk up. You want to pick up the Uzi right there. Kill this guy. Kill this guy as well, because they're getting your way. Don't kill these guys though, you don't need to.
This way. How am I supposed to take a tank out?
You don't need to kill any of those enemies. Run past them all. And right here, climbing into this window is kind of RNG because you have to wait for Tenzin, and sometimes the tank can actually kill you before you can climb in. Like it nearly did then. Because, you know, great game development. I'll kill this guy. You can roll to take his ammo if you want to. It's up to you. Kill this guy. I switch to the Uzi because we're going to use it for the next section. I'm going to try and jump down these stairs as much as possible. Now, this is why we use the Uzi, because it melts through these dudes and they get in your way. We use the Uzi to just kill them. Jump and then roll cancel and jump again.
Where the hell did he go?
No, I can't hear the alerts. So I don't, if someone follows or whatever, I won't be able to see it. Because I can't hear my computer at the moment. So right now we're going to do the tank skip. I don't know if you really call it a tank skip, but it skips doing this section the normal way. And it is somewhat tricky. So right here you want to jump twice to get up this hill. Jump this way. So the tank can't shoot us. Keep running this way. Go over this ledge. Just run up this hill. Climb up here. Shoot this guy. Pick up the 2 RPGs. Switch to weapon cancel the reload. So you switch guns as you're aiming. Same thing again. No, dead. That can be kind of tricky. You can die doing that. It's just practice. And it skips doing it the normal way. I had to do it fast. I couldn't slow down to explain that. I had to do it fast or I would have been killed. So you get the idea. So the dudes in the car just shoot the driver. Also, I should point out this entire section is on a timer, so it doesn't matter what you do, you can't speed it up. There is one bit at the end where how fast you jump to Elena's truck will save you time, but it's literally just all on a timer. Technically, you don't have to kill any of the enemies. But I do because it's fun. So just shoot the drivers because they only need to die. And you can watch them drive off the cliff. Just do what I do. Right here, you want to stand here. As soon as the camera starts to move like that, jump to the truck. You kind of get a feel for when you know you can jump to it, but even if you wait to jump to it, it doesn't save any time, so, or it doesn't lose you any time. So if you want to be safe for that, just wait. This section really doesn't matter. So you want to just shoot this big truck so you can get the shot on it so it destroys it faster. But it doesn't save any time. Do whatever the fuck you want. Just get to the end. Doesn't really matter what you do. Just don't die. So right here, this is where we can save time. So once this cutscene starts, you want to hold upright on the left stick and just mash jump. So we can climb onto the top of the truck and then jump forward off of the truck instantly towards Elena's truck, and then that'll start the cutscene. And now we're on Airwalk City. So this chapter has a bunch of grenade airwalks that we have to do all of them in one go. If we fail any of them, we have to do it all over again. So depending on who you are,
Almost there.
a lot of runs go to die here.
Right, quietly now.
But they aren't that hard if you know how to do them. So you want to climb up right here. Like that. So you can climb up here. D-pad to inspect. Then you just want to run off, wait, and then jump. If you do that right, you can skip the thing. Now you want to punch the guy on the right, because he will die in one punch. Take his M4. Shoot so they alert. You can run and just go this way. You don't have to kill those guys. You just want to get the M4. So shoot this guy, this guy, this guy. Shotgun guy will come, shoot him. Now you want to pick up the... Excuse me, sir? Do you mind? I'm trying to explain shit. So you want to pick up the pistol and grenade off this table. Very important. Shoot these guys. Kind of got a bit screwed up because the guy punched me, but it's fine. As soon as the snipers spawn, just kill the sniper and some of the enemies that come in. You don't have to kill every enemy in this area, but if you do it too quickly, there will be a death barrier right here if you don't kill enough. You kind of just get a feel for it. You want to kill all these guys because you have to. You want to roll and pick up that grenade. You need that grenade. One of them drops a grenade. You want to pick it up. What? If he kills me, excuse me. Right, grenade on this table. Pick that one up as well. Kill him. And then get on the turret. Oh, did I get a shitty brute spawn? I did. Right, if I got it... Yeah, I did. I got a really shit brute spawn. So I'm gonna... You need to kill this brute here. But he spawned in a really weird location. As soon as you kill him, you want to do an airwalk this way. So the camera will reset when you know you've killed all the enemies. You need to airwalk over here. If you hit this rock, you will die, as I will show you, because it's going to kill me. Yeah, so you want to avoid that. I just got confused because of the stupid brute. But you want to aim more right. Like that. And then you want to airwalk along this wall. As soon as you get into the corner, to that corner right there. As soon as you hit this corner, right now you want to checkpoint restart. And that'll put you up top. Put out the long gun, do a journal walk here. You can get across this gap. And now here's where the airwalk starts. So we have to do basically, I mean technically it's 4 airwalks, but one of them is really easy. So there's 3 kind of tough airwalks. You just want to walk back a bit, aim over there, and just grenade airwalk across. This one's pretty easy. Actually, they're all pretty easy. They're not very far distances like chapter 5. Now for these ladders, you want to climb up them without holding the left stick. Just tap X to climb them. Now for this airwalk, you want to climb up on this, like right here. Now there's 2 ways you can do this airwalk. If you end up airwalking into the doorway, like once you start this airwalk, if you're airwalking towards that doorway and you end up in there, just throw the grenade down at your feet. When you get stuck, and you'll be fine. However, if you end up walking against this wall, I will try to walk against the wall to show you. But let me see. So usually if I was trying to get into the doorway, I'd aim there and do it, and then it would work sometimes. Sometimes just end up too far right though. I'm going to make sure I end up against the wall because that's the way it's usually going to happen. So you want to aim like there. If you want to try to get into the doorway, aim like there. Basically always aim there, but I'm going to aim here just so I can end up far right. And then you just want to start a grenade airwalk. And now as you can see, I'm walking towards the wall. So what you want to do is the game is going to push you along the wall. If you start to lose height, it won't work. As long as you stay at the right height when it pushes you, it should be fine. So once you stop moving, the bridge will load in. You want to aim right about there with the grenade. There's a black spot right there. Throw it there and it will knock you out. If you grab this, just drop and you'll grab this, you'll be fine. Then just go. If you were to end up right here and go through this, then just either you'll be stuck in that corner or you'll end up going and get stuck in that corner. Just throw the grenade and you'll be fine. Just keep going up here. Now, you want to make sure after you do that airwalk down there that you don't pull a gun out, because we're going to do another airwalk here without switching guns. So you just want to walk in kind of like this direction. It's not very specific. And then just pull out the grenade and the journal at the same time. Pause, wait for like 3 seconds or so, then unpause, so we don't get stuck in any collision. I'm going to end up right by the thing. This is the perfect airwalk for this. So basically when you do this part, you just, whatever happens, you want to get to here, to this box. And we're going to do a journal walk off of this box to climb up on this. Then climb up here. You want to aim and move a little bit to the right so you can actually climb up here. As soon as you stand here, you want to aim either at this black line here or the corner of this wall here. So like right here. If you aim here, you do risk end up being too far left, but it is more safe, I think. But it always works if you aim right at this corner. So aim there, and then just start a regular airwalk without the grenade, because you don't need one for this. This airwalk is really easy because the trigger that we're trying to hit is fucking huge. So you really shouldn't fuck this one up as long as you're not too far to the left or too far to the right. So as soon as the level deloads, you want to press photo mode there. So as soon as you hear Elena die, actually, I can't hear the game, but you should have heard Elena die. It would have played the fail sound. Then you want to open photo mode, look behind you. As soon as the level loads, you want to exit photo mode and restart checkpoint instantly. And that skips basically all of 22. Now we're going to do another upwards airwalk here. So the way I do my setup for this is as soon as I gain control, I jump forward so I end up on the ledge. And then we do an upwards airwalk up here. So it pushes us onto this roof, and then we just throw the nade down, gain control again, jump off. It is pretty easy. Right here for this part, we only need to kill one of these enemies. And then we're going to do a backwards cover clip. You want to kill one enemy. Just one. Only one. Then backwards cover clip through this. Now, once you roll off here, you need to angle the camera to the right. Because if you have the camera facing straight when you jump, you will deload the level. So you need to make sure that once you roll off, I face my camera like this. Also, I use these patches of snow, like there and there, as my reference point for this to roll off. But it's not very specific. Just roll off here. Then aim the camera somewhere like that. Drop and then hold left and jump. Oh wait, what the fuck? Okay, it deloaded anyway. Okay. I think that's the first time in about 1.5 years that that's actually deloaded for me. Interesting. I don't know why. Just kill one enemy. Why isn't he moving? Right, clip out. Roll off. Drop. Jump. Then you can turn the camera there. Jump over here. Jump to here. Go around the corner. Move a little bit to the left once and then drop. And you should land in the checkpoint. As soon as you see Elena spawn, just restart, and now you've skipped that fight. Throw a nade there. I mean, that was a kind of a shit nade, but it's fine. You can use another nade there if you want. It depends how many you have left. When this guy gets near to the bottom, just start blind firing. Then as soon as he dies, just jump.
Thanks for the rope, boys. Hope there's nothing scary at the top.
Then once you climb up, jump forward once and then restart. Now, since this next part relies on Elena, we're just going to watch her. Just walk slowly and keep your camera on her so she follows you. Because this next part won't trigger unless you have Elena behind you. I don't know if doing this actually saves any time. But just keep your camera on her. You can cut that corner wide or you can cut it close. It doesn't really matter.
Close, I know it.
Which oobs Uncharted 2 have worked with the current patch?
Okay.
I'm on the current patch. All the stuff I'm doing works on the latest patch. And okay, so right here you want to jump upright and start mashing triangle to press this. So basically what we're doing is we're turning this one without looking. Then once you've done that one, go over here, turn this one. And then once this triggers, just hold right to walk towards the globe and then just mash triangle. Just skip the cutscene.
Son of a bitch.
Now we're in chapter 24, the best chapter in the game.
Big man with that gun, aren't you?
So you can do something interesting here. If you mash triangle here, you can clip through this. It does nothing. You have to wait for Flynn anyway, so if you keep holding triangle, once you've clipped through, he'll teleport back. So it doesn't lose or save any time. It's just funny to look at. So right here, you'd think to yourself, hey, we have to climb that boulder. No, we don't. As soon as it falls and hits the ground, just climb up the wall. And that's climbing the wall saves about a second. Over climbing the boulder.
There you go, sweetheart. Get ahead of me. Go on. You better not be leading me into a dead end. Through here.
For the controller inputs, there's a program. I think it's called Gamepad Viewer. You can get like a URL for a browser source for it. You need to plug the controller into the computer and that's it.
Help me move this. Aye, aye. Okay, teamwork. Just like the good old days, eh?
Try to, you just want to walk off and jump to the right. You want to run off this ledge and jump, skip shimmying across. Now you want to take cover on the right side of this because that makes Flynn take cover on the left, which is faster because it takes him less time to get to the left hand side. And all of this relies on Flynn, so. Start mashing jump to climb up.
Come on, girly girl. There you go. Statue of your mom. Oh look, it's a life-size statue of your ego. Hope you can make that jump on your own. I sure as hell am not going to help you.
Now we just wait for Flynn because Flynn's slow. You can literally just stand there and mash triangle. Have to wait for him to get close.
Alright, let's open it up.
Now for the puzzle. This is pretty much the only puzzle you have to really remember. Because the other puzzle we do in the run has glitches in it, so it's kind of easy to remember. But you turn this one, the middle one, on the left, once to the right. And then you turn the one on the right twice to the right. And then the one on the other side, you turn the middle one once to the right. It's really easy to remember. Because you turn all of them to the right, you just have to know which ones to turn and how many times. The ones to the right, and that's it.
What's that? It just came out the floor. Come on, make yourself useful.
And now for this next section with the Guardians, it's obviously on a timer, so you can't speed it up. But instead of the enemies attacking you, what I like to do is I like to do a cover clip to stop them from hitting me. So once you get control, just run back right. and you can do a backwards cover clip here. You get stuck in the floor, and now they can't attack me. There's also another way where you can clip inside of one of these. I don't actually remember how to do it. No. You can stand or just hang on to one of these ledges and they won't attack you. I don't remember which one it is though. But if you don't get this, you can just run around. You shouldn't die as long as you keep moving. And just mash triangle to skip the cutscene when it comes up. Right, now we're in chapter 25, so we're nearly at the end of the game. And there is one more skip left to do. One more major skip, I should say.
Everywhere. Keep going. Keep going.
So for this section, I would recommend just doing fucking absolutely nothing. Just stand still, don't move, don't press any buttons, because I've had times where I fell off here. Yeah, I mean, you can pick up the gun on the floor and just shoot that twat if he rushes you, but you can just stand here and don't move. Because he floats for some reason. I've had a time where I died on a PB page run because I fell off because I'm retarded. So just don't move.
Okay. We need to get the hell out of here now.
So we actually have to fight these guardians in this next area.
Alright, let's go.
So I didn't want to grab the AK, but that's okay. Just skip that cutscene. I didn't mean to pick up the gun. I was trying to skip the cutscene. So when you get to the top of these stairs, they'll spawn. So just turn around and shoot them. Now this guy's the problem. The first two are easy. This guy's an asshole. You just want to try and shoot him as much as you can. Of course, you got out of my line of sight. As soon as he's dead, I'm up. Also, you don't have to pick up a grenade for the airwalk for the skip. You always have one once you start that. So just keep that in mind. Climb on here. Aim there. You want to be in the, like these two little trees here. They both have collision. You want to make sure you aim in the middle of them when you do this, because if you don't, you'll hit them. And then just jump. And then just shoot the saps.
What the hell? Oh my god, what is that?
The sap is flammable, just like the resin we found.
Now we can skip this next part here literally just by taking cover right here, aiming through the wall, and then just jumping out of it. You wanna basically get out of cover and then jump to skip that. And now we are on to the last skip of the run. And the last airwalk of the run. Which skips all of chapter 25 basically. So you want to climb up here. You want to aim around about there. Then just trigger the grenade airwalk. You just want to wait. The game's going to push you a bit. Once you get right here, you want to throw the nade. Then just jump in this direction. And you should hit the trigger. And now we're in chapter 26. So for the start of the Lazarevich fight, you want to hold aim and mash the grenade. You throw it against the wall and then shoot him as fast as you can. That will trigger the first phase. Done. You think you can stop me? Run over here, shoot him in the face, shoot the sap. You will not stand in the way of destiny. Run this way, shoot him some more, then shoot this sap. Now this part is the hard part because he gets very aggressive right here. You kind of have to be fast because he gets really aggressive. So you want to turn around, run this way, try to blind fire him as much as you can. Hopefully he'll stand still near the sap. If he does, just shoot him a few times, shoot the sap, and you're done. And that was the Zorich. So for this part you want to run, stick to the right. We can jump straight over here. That will trigger you, that will skip you from getting a stagger animation here. If you do that fast enough, you'll skip the stagger. Jump across here. Stay in this line here, so you're in line with this to jump across. Then go left again, so we can get on here and jump across without having to grab the ledge. Right side. Climb up. Then jump about here. As soon as the... Oh. Okay. That was me being shit. Ignore me completely. Don't jump. Just for that jump, just get to the edge and jump. Don't try and be a smart ass and save fucking frames, dude. I don't think I've ever jumped that early. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm doing. Right, so jump on the edge of this instead of where I jumped from. As soon as the cutscene starts, restart checkpoint, kill the Guardian, and timer stops there. So that is the Uncharted 2 run. As soon as you kill that last Guardian, you end the timer. That was a fucking terrible tutorial, but at least it's a tutorial that can help you try to speedrun the game.